Good evening, internets. In a surprise to absolutely nobody, Pitt beat Syracuse today 37 to 10. And if anybody thought that the results from today's football game are in any way surprising, you wouldn't know what the hell you're looking at. Not surprisingly, as they were coming off the bye week, Pitt came out a little flat in the first half. The only touchdown they scored was off on a pick six. Offense didn't look so great. Defense looked pretty good. They gave up one big play, which led to Syracuse's first half touchdown and Syracuse's first half field goal, which were their only points against the first team defense. And the second half, as a complete and total non-surprise, Pitt completely dominated. I had a feeling that was how this game was going to go, just coming off the bye week. Maybe some people were looking ahead to future games. You would hope they wouldn't do that, but that didn't happen. So Pitt wins. They are now 8 wins. That's 8, yes. To 1 loss, which bothers me more and more every day. Since had Pitt not lost, they would be bordering on the top 5 in the country right now. It doesn't really matter. It'll be nice. This week, Pitt will probably be either 9 or 10 in the BCS rankings and rankings overall. I'm not sure which yet. Depends on how much they decide to hop Ohio State above us, because they won in State College, beat Penn State. Penn State plays a real team, they lose. Penn State doesn't play a real team, they've had their numbers, they look great. Oh well. So, it is now Notre Dame week for Pitt. Pitt plays Notre Dame Saturday, 8 o'clock. It's going to be a zoo. I like Pitt to win. I think Pitt will dominate on both sides, both offensive and defensive line, both sides of the line. I think Notre Dame will score. I think with their wide receivers, they'll get some points. But in the end, I think Pitt will just overwhelm them. Coming in, I thought this game was pretty much not going to mean anything for anybody's bowl things. However, with Notre Dame's inexplicable decision today to lose to Navy, the Gator Bowl might be coming back into play. Basically, the situation is Pitt beats Notre Dame and Notre Dame splits its last 2 games, the Gator Bowl will have to take the Big East runner-up, either Pitt or Cincinnati, assuming Pitt and Cincinnati don't lose between now and then, which is a big F. Unless, of course, both those teams go to the BCS, which is a pipe dream. But after the results today, it wouldn't be completely out of the ordinary, unexpected. The only way the Big East, I think, will get 2 teams. I don't think Pitt can get an at-large into the BCS. I think they have to win the whole damn thing, and then Cincinnati at 11-1 can pick up an at-large, even losing the last game of the last game of the season. I think that's the only way they can get in. I think it has to be Pitt wins the Big East, gets the auto bid. Cincy gets the at-large bid. I think the only way that happens is if Ohio State wins the Big Ten, wins next week. Because if that happens, there's no way they're going to take a 2-loss Iowa team or 2-loss Penn State team and put them in the BCS above Cincinnati. And of the other major conferences that are projecting as a 1 conference, I'm projecting the BCS to get 2 out of the SEC, 2 out of the Pac-10, and then either 2 out of the Big East, 2 out of the Big East or Big Ten. There's not a second suitable team out of the ACC or Big 12, and unless they really actually do decide to go with the two non-BCS schools, both Boise State and Texas Christian. But all that aside, today was a good win, Everybody's feeling really happy, really excited. I'm really, really jazzed up right now. I think we're going to have some good times over the next few weeks. Pitt wins today, 37-10, pretty easily. Notre Dame next week. Biggest game in the universe to some people. I personally think it's the least important game for the rest of Pitt's schedule. We'll go from there. Cool. Go Pitt. Have a nice evening.